I feel like we're in a time machine. 30.
Oh, 30.
1, 2, 3, 4. And we're all going crazy!
So to try to speed up the process, I have laundry going in a bunch of the machines to dry it as quick as possible. So I actually have fond memories of coming to the laundromat with my mom. When I was a little kid, I would play in these carts.
Good morning. Oh my goodness. We are driving through town today. We are headed south to Plymouth to learn all about the Mayflower and the Pilgrims down there. But oh my goodness, driving through town and seeing all these trees and power lines down is just really putting things in perspective for me. Sure, we still don't have hot water and our electricity is back out, but I'm so grateful we were safe.
Some trees fell down. Oh.
What happened, Isaac?
There was literally a giant tree and the dirt from under it was upside down.
So this little town is so cute. I'm just loving driving by all these little houses. Can it be cute and damaged?
No, it's so damaged.
Do you see that one?
One house could be crushed of a tree falling on it. Tomorrow we're going back to Puerto Rico. We're so warm and snuggly, and it's not the storm in Puerto Rico. It's not cold.
Yeah.
We don't have to wear thorny pants.
You don't have to wear jackets and long pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, Janae has not been a big fan of jackets.
Yeah. Sometimes they're uncomfortable and hard to fix.
Yeah, like your shirt sleeve gets all mushed up inside of it.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Sunny because Sunny can swim.
Can Sunny swim? We made it to Plymouth, and it was closed the last few days because of the storm, but they were able to get the power back on. So now we're headed in. It looks like there's a visitor center. And Janae goes, "Hurry, Mom, we need to catch up with our class." And I was like, "Honey, this is your class." And she's like, "No, we need to find our teacher." I'm like, "No, I'm your teacher. I'm your teacher, girlfriend." Hold on with two hands, Janae.
We're going to a place that has lots of houses.
Lots of houses.
That means it's right there.
So this is a recreation of Plymouth.
About 13 or so.
She's sweeping the dirt floor.
That's kind of you.
What parts dost thou coming from?
Puerto Rico.
And so all which thou seest with thine eyes have been built over 7 years.
So each of the staff here take on a role, and then you can talk to them and ask questions, and they answer as though they are that person living here in Plymouth 7 years after the Mayflower landed. So this is William Bradford, and who are you?
Fear Allerton is my name.
I have just finished making a pottage, and that shall be for supper for my family. Our dinner is our main meal that we eat in the midst of the day.
Chick-fil-A or this pottage?
Chick-fil-A.
How many of your family members have died since coming on the Mayflower?
Only my mother. She did perish just this past spring.
So how did you become governor?
I was chosen by my neighbors.
One of my sparks to land on the char cloth.
Oh.
And then into a bowl of tow I will put it.
She said it was 1627.
I feel like we're in a time machine.
Governor Bradford said that these children need to labor, and that we as parents agree.
What are we gonna do?
Hopefully something very trying. They've been required to move the firewood
By governor.
by the governor. Work. Well, the kids have done a great job building this wood pile. Our time at the cabin helped with this.
Yes.
We've done this before.
Do this with your feet if you want to come walk right along there. But this is my kitchen garden here.
So now we're learning about medicines from the 1600s.
Take to crush
A good
these up.
couple of hours.
I've been to a lot of places where people are dressed up in period clothing, but I've never been to one where they stay in character like this. It was actually really fun, and you had to really think about how to word your questions, and I loved their responses. It was awesome.
Do you think it would be weird if I told them that what year it was? Be like, oh no, it's 16 something.
So the Native Americans were here by the Pilgrims.
Oh my gracious. I'm missing the fires inside of those homes.
Well, there's like a Native American shelter over there.
It's his title. Get another guest on board, though. His name was Tisquantum, or Squantum, that this plague had happened, and it had wiped out basically every one of his original tribe, if you will. So when the Pilgrims arrive, it's kind of the perfect alignment, like all the planets perfectly align, if you will. That is basically the thing that is being celebrated the first Thanksgiving. Survival and the harvest are important, but it is Wampanoag and English people coming together, the consummating that alliance that they had made a couple of months earlier.
I liked the plantation. I liked talking to people. I admire how much these people know about history. I want to learn more.
It is exciting. I mean, a lot of the Thanksgiving story is true, that the Pilgrims had an alliance with the Native Americans there. They did gather for a feast to celebrate together their alliance between the Pilgrims and the Native Americans. You've been a trooper, Janae.
I know.
We've learned a lot today.
But I come back to the water, no matter how hard I try. Every road leads back to the place I know.
To fly back into Puerto Rico, we need to have negative COVID tests.
Yeah,
and so we are here. We registered in advance. We have an appointment for 5 kids, and it's going super fast, right, Laura?
Yeah, it's going to be.
No, it's going super long. So far, we've been waiting in our car for like 30 minutes, and we're all going crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm just a little unwell. So basically, we decided to turn this into family carpool karaoke. I think we're wrestling inside the car at this point. It's our problem free. Kids are playing some sort of game. They're playing Ninja. Janae just told us this is just too cute. I have to roll down my window. After 45 minutes of waiting, they gave us our COVID test, but the names on every single test were wrong. It was for an entirely different family. We just want to go back on our vacation and do our things. We're headed to get lunch next, which is at Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A! That's pretty. Grilled nuggets. It's Chick-fil-A sauce. We're back. Second try with the COVID test. They're ready for us. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa! Done.
All right, we got it.
Got some boogery noses going on here. Pilgrims on a 66-day voyage across the stormy Atlantic Sea.
This is where all 102 pilgrims would have been living throughout this entire space. It gets worse. Not only is it 102 people, we're pretty sure they have pigs, chickens, and goats that they probably would have kept all the way to the front of the ship. Also, during the voyage, these gun ports would have been closed, the hatch would have been closed and covered up, no modern lights, and we believe the ceiling would have been a foot shorter. And that's their journey for 66 days.
No complaining on the flight tomorrow?
Yeah.
It's perfectly comfortable.
Yeah, the power outage this week doesn't compare to a 60-day journey on the Mayflower.
For sure.
Oh, it closes.
There's a door. That. All right, you can let go. I got it. Awesome. Thank you very much. For the Voyage of Mayflower itself, we have one source. It's written by a colonist, so we don't know the sailor's experience.
Yeah.
He's writing it over 20 years later.
William Bradford.
Yep.
Oh,
and he only writes 3 pages.
Did they have any way to stay warm?
Body heat.
How did they get water?
They don't drink water. They drink beer. Even the children. Now it's barely alcoholic. It's like 0.5, 1% maybe.
How long have they had a big storm?
Did they have any storms?
Did they have any storms? Oh, they had a lot of storms. If you're seasick, You better hope someone didn't just use it before you.
Oh. Like, you're young, climb on up there.
I'd actually do.
This is how they steered. This is a sea map, huh?
Yeah. Yep, you found one. So it's okay.
Heading off the Mayflower. We're walking the plank. So again, the ongoing theme, the reason we hear so much about Plymouth and the Pilgrims is because it was written down. William Bradford wrote a 3-page document about the Pilgrims.
It's so cold.
The Plymouth grist mill. We're trying to guess how heavy this stone is that grinds the grains.
Like 100 pounds. It's heavier than that.
He
Caleb
guessed
was
2,000
guessing-
pounds.
8 pounds.
8
8
pounds.
pounds. I'm gonna guess 800 pounds.
I guess 10,000. I don't know. What is it?
Just over 1 ton or 2,000.
There we go. The very first guess by Caleb.
You won the prize. The prize is carrying this millstone home.
Yeah. You get to...
Product? Cornmeal.
All right, so now we're going down into the grist mill.
Cornmeal comes down this.
Talking about how we make electricity today at the Hoover Dam and other dams where they have turbines that spin to make electricity.
Which turns the axle, which turns the hurricane gear. For a season. If you guys want to do
Test your knowledge.
Europe.
South America! The Wampanoag.
How did you pronounce that?
Native manner.
Wampanoag.
Wampanoag. What'd you think of the grist mill?
It was so interesting. I liked it a lot.
We're coming to our final dinner here.
It has been so easy to find gluten-free food on this trip. I feel like so many amazing restaurants have great offerings. He's had a lot of variety. Thumbs up to Boston for that.
Kendra and I are reminiscing over our favorite parts of the week and watching
It was a good week. I'm
our
like,
kids.
what have we been whining about? There's been a lot of good moments, and we're sitting here looking at our kids around the table, and our little hearts are bursting. Aren't they cute? They're the cutest.
No, we're
You're
not.
so cute.
We're not cute. I'm not cute.
You're so cute, Alex. Oh.
Janae's definitely cute.
I am. She's young.
I am.
And Miss Laura.
Janae finished her ice cream first and she wanted to show me a dance.
Let's do it.
Uh-oh, ice cream.
Who's that? Good night. Jailhouse out.
Weirdest experience ever.
What is that?
Right.
You see that? No!